with her. Sorry. This is Maddie. What's up? Yeah. Hello YouTube, good morning or good afternoon if it's the afternoon where you are watching this from. My name is Maddie Michelson. I'm an IF Baby Bikini Pro and I'm the head coach and founder of the MPowered Coaching Collective. We are a lifestyle, functional, and contest prep coaching team. You can find us over at www.empoweredcoachingcollective.com. But if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special day. Today is show day. My athlete, Heather McCormick, is competing in my hometown in Orlando, Florida. So it is 5:30 in the morning. I've been up since 4, like up with her. Sorry. I'm still learning how to like adjust this camera and all the things. But I've been up since 4 a.m. with her, got myself ready. As you can see, I'm now making breakfast. I have all my meals prepped. And I'll show you guys how I did my batch prepping for the show last night. But yes, 5:30, I'll probably be leaving here. It's about a 2-hour drive, around 7 at the latest. I'd like to be on the road by 6:30, so we've got an hour to boogie. But I'm gonna walk you through her show day and all the things that come with. Obviously, it's like the best time for me because I get to see so many friends and I get to meet Heather for the first time, which is just like the coolest thing in the world. So I have a little surprise for her. I have a little card I wrote last night. My hand is like literally still sore from it. Like actually sore. But yeah, it should be a fun day and I can't wait to bring you guys along for the ride. Hey YouTube, so I am actually just getting ready here. Let me get my camera all set up so you are on my face. Okay, so I'm just getting ready here to, I'm just putting together my meals for Heather's show. Let me see if I can get the lighting right in here. The lighting is kind of off, isn't it? I feel like I need like a ring light or something. All right, so I'm getting ready to, I'm actually meal prepping for the weekend. I've got like my portable charger and things out here because I have Heather's show. So this is kind of like my prep work. I've got my MyFitnessPal open and I'm just currently going through all of my meals and preparing everything. Now, kind of my system and how I do things, as you can see, it's messy, right? Like there's freaking squash sitting out on my counter. There's like green beans straggling. But I put my lock and locks out and I've got my protein in each. Don't judge me. I have glass ones on the way. I'm just out of my glass ones. They're in my dishwasher. You hormone ladies, I know. I like glass too. But chicken is in here, all measured out. I do have one meal with shrimp, but I haven't made my shrimp yet. And then while stuff is in the air fryer, I'm using my other lock and lock to prep my next batch of air fryer things. So literally, I can meal prep here in like under an hour and crank out 4 meals for the weekend. All right, so we are officially in Orlando. I just picked up some Starbucks for my friend who's also a coach. His athlete was up all night, so he was up with him. And my friend who's a coach is also in prep. So duty calls there. But I am just excited to see Heather freaking rock this thing. And to meet up with my dad. I get to see my dad today. So yeah, let's go do this. 354. Yep, good. Transition. Nice. Good. Nice, Heather. Yep. Good. Transition.
You set my soul on fire.
30 carbs?
30 carb, yeah. 30 carb, 5 fat, 10 protein. Hello, I'm not naked, YouTube. I just got to Heather's hotel room. I'm gonna eat some lunch here. I'm making Heather jealous because I have veggies right now and she doesn't, but she's about to eat some rice and some fat. Guys, look, it's Heather. Hey. It's so cool to like be here with her because I've seen her online so many times. I feel like I'm hanging out with a celebrity. But yeah, we're just chilling. There was 2 girls in her class. She did incredible. So we are just keeping her calm. Gonna eat a little quick meal. The show's moving so fast. And then we'll see what finals brings. Okay, and nice. And front pose it. Okay, that back arm. There. Suck up through the belly. Nice. Transition. Good. Good. Yeah, you look good. I can see your tie-in. Only one of them, though. No, I'm kidding. That's fine. All right, so we're at Starbucks. Coffee number 2 for the day. And look who it is. I ran into Chris Michelson. It's nice having a show at home because I can see my parents. Okay, we are rested. I, as you guys have seen, had a chance to go see my dad. We went and got some coffee. So I'm 2 coffees deep. Heather and I were both saying, like, we think the coffees are making us more tired.
It'd be different if we were drinking coffee and going to do something. But we're drinking coffee.
We are going to do something. We're going to win some gold. But yeah, we just posed her and made some tweaks to her posing. Now we're just freshening up and it's 3:30. Finals start at 4. So we're going to get ready to go head downstairs. Heather doesn't want any more food, but she's going to be eating her pump up snack at least. She did have a little meal as soon as we got back in. Just some rice and a little bit of protein to help stabilize blood sugar. And what'd you put in there? Coconut oil?
Honey.
Honey. Honey, rice, and ground turkey. Have you guys tried that one before? Did you get fats in?
I didn't think you told me any fats.
Oh, like 5 grams of fat.
Oh, whoops.
You didn't hear that.
Whoops.
That's okay, prep brain. She still looks great. And yeah, the show will probably go very, very quickly. It seems like it's a smaller show today. There's also that Miami Fit Expo. So we're just chilling, hanging out, doing the thing, and staying hydrated. If you all are new to competing or to the sport, something that I would really suggest doing is booking your hotel room and not checking out the day of the show. It makes such a difference. Heather's actually flying back home tomorrow evening. She's gonna be going to Epcot with her cousin tomorrow, but it can really make all the difference in the world in between prejudging and finals to have a room to go back to, especially just like a fridge and a microwave and a bed to lay on, because it really is a lot of waiting around. And this was a very quick show day. Or seems to be, but it makes such a difference. So make sure that you book your hotel, or even if, you know, I lived locally for a lot of the shows that I did, and I still got a hotel room just so I had a place to go throughout the show day, because it's so great for your stress levels to just have that sort of space to separate yourself from everybody else.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. There isn't anything I wouldn't do to prove that everything I say is true. And if you let me, I'll keep loving you. I just can't change my emotions. Come on, love me again.
Hey YouTube, oh my goodness, if you can see it in my face, I am like kaputzed, like absolutely just exhausted right now. I just got back from Orlando. It is 9:15 and I am dressed, but I'm about to hop in the shower. You guys know me, and you know that when I get home from any sort of occasion, event, weekend, the first thing that I do is unpack. So by nature, I just unpacked everything. I'm so proud of Heather. She did a wonderful, wonderful job. You know, it takes so much bravery to you know, leave your kids with your in-laws, or not your in-laws, but your parents, and to fly across the country to a different state to compete and to do it all alone. And I was so fortunate that I had the chance to just be there with her and to meet her in person. It was everything that I could have imagined and more. We got feedback. We have a plan in place now to bring an even better package to the stage next time. She did win her class, so it was really just awesome to witness that. And to share that moment with her. So today was so fulfilling for so many reasons. Got to see and meet some of you guys in person, which is always incredible. So yeah, now I'm going to take care of myself, eat my final meal, and get to bed. I have Run Unlimited in the morning because you guys know I'm training for High Rocks right now. So Maddie has to train herself, but I will see you guys in the morning. Hey guys, we're back. It has been a crazy few days. I have you on my little tripod. I'm bringing you into my kitchen because I'm currently making a meal for myself. It is Memorial Day. Poor little Heather of mine has had like the craziest past few days just with her show and everything. Let me move you to where there's better lighting so you can see me. She literally got a flight delay, okay? Her flight was delayed. She booked a new flight. She got on that new plane today and there was an issue with the plane. So she literally had to hop on yet another flight. At this point, she's in clothes from Disney. Yes, she went to Disney the day after her show. I don't know how she did it. God be with her. Coach Maddie was on her like white on rice. We had like a running joke. I was like, please, for the love of all things good and holy, drink your water. Like you're in heat. You're already like probably very dehydrated. You know, she's not used to that climate. So I made sure she drank all of her water and then also obviously supplemented with electrolytes or sodium. But she should be making it home today. It looks like her connecting flight in Texas though has also been delayed. So we've been in constant communication just about how she's gonna navigate everything. Basically, the night that I got home after her show, all of her plans were already preloaded for her. I usually allow my athletes, if they're not doing another show, and so long as we've talked and they feel comfortable and we've got a game plan together, I let them do their day post-show untracked, and we talk about what that looks like, and we kind of have a plan in place. That night, her post-show meal, she went and got tacos. I bought her a little cookie to have because we talked about our next plans together. And yeah, the next day she woke up in the morning, she had an on-plan breakfast. I think she had like a banana, some hard-boiled eggs, and some ground turkey and rice, and then went to the theme parks and of course had some bites of things as they were doing around Epcot, which if you're not familiar with the Disney parks and Epcot, you usually have to like share things. So she had some bites of stuff. She did say she felt like Spider-Man, which a lot of us do when we're kind of refeeding or bringing up our carbs and we're that lean, paired with the heat in the water. It was just doing her wonders. But yeah, she definitely wasn't expecting to not have a toothbrush or clothes or all these things. So this is where it really is helpful to kind of have a coach to reassure you, give you some structure and ways to navigate through all of that. Obviously, this is not her first rodeo, but being there to support her through all of that is key. It's also really important that you have a plan in place, whether you follow it immediately or not. Like I said, I also give my athletes kind of the free will, if you will, that 1 week post show to really just have fun in the gym, listen to their bodies. But I have a little rant that I'm gonna go on here for a moment if you already are not sick of me. All right, so I'm gonna be sitting down for this one because it's kind of detailed, okay? So Heather I know her Achilles heel. Her Achilles heel is usually pushing too hard too soon, or when she's in peak week, like pushing herself. I'm like, girl, we can't train like that right now. And that's okay, right? We're all different. But I called her and really emphasized, I said, listen, if you need me to program a literal deload for you, I will, but here's why we want to take a deload in the first week post-show, because I know her. We're going to bring up food, she's going to be feeling really good, and she's going to want to push herself. So the reason for a deload post-show is really like, honestly, just your central nervous system. It's taxed, right? Heather, I could see kind of the writing on the wall, as I do with a lot of competitors, like gets up at 5 a.m. now and is wired, right? This is definitely a sign that your adrenals are like on a high alert, right? I start to see this a lot as competitors get closer and closer and closer to that stage date, and their adrenals are starting to really get taxed, right? So really want her taking a deload in that first week after her show, and she felt comfortable and understood the why behind it and was ready to follow that plan until we could get food up and stress lowered. But I had a moment where I had to take a spoonful of my own medicine this weekend because I went to Run Unlimited, and I had kind of forgotten for the moment, because I'm human, that I had only gotten 4 hours of sleep the last 2 nights, being that I was there for an athlete and that was my job. And I was really excited to get up in the morning and be able to go to Run Unlimited and crank out what my usual, like 5 miles there is what I've typically done, knowing that I was gonna push my body, and then by 10 a.m. I'd be done for the day. I could really just lay out by the pool, veg out, whatever I needed to do. Well, I was really disappointed when I got into that class and the focus was not distance. Instead, the focus was endurance. And endurance meaning we might have gotten 3 miles, if that, in yesterday. So you could imagine how frustrated I was, thinking, man, I pushed myself to get to this class and here we are not even running the 5 miles that I wanted to run. Well, it was almost fate, right? Because sled pushes, which is what we were doing for a majority of the class, was not gonna get me many steps. And honestly, that's probably what I needed, right? I didn't need some like extra hard, super high intensity training. And I share that with you because I pulled myself out of it, you know, probably 2/3 or 3/4 into the class. I wish I would have sooner. And I realized for myself that that wasn't the intent of the class. The intent was strength. And to be honest with you, my heart was racing. I was still sweating. I still felt like I got a good workout. And I think sometimes we forget about intention, right? Heather's a really good example of that, and an example that I use because she's just human like all of us. She would love to go into the gym and with an extra 25 grams of carbs, which seems like a lot to her right now, use that and train hard, but that's not the intention. And in many ways, if she confused the intention and trains like she thinks she should train, right? Like I thought I needed to get my 10,000 steps in all at 9 a.m. after 4 hours of sleep, you actually could set yourself back. And I think this is so important when we think about intention of certain things. Maybe your workout this block is easier than previous workouts. Maybe it's got less reps, or it's less intense, or you are in a season where, you know, you're eating more food. It's so easy for us to kind of put words into and dictate the intention behind that decision, right? Like, oh, well, screw it, I'm just gonna go eat a piece of chocolate cake because it fits my macros and I'm in my off season. No, the intention of an off season is to actually put on size. Is chocolate cake gonna do that for you, right? You can still be intentional when the intention has changed, right? A deload can actually serve you better at times than training hard. A endurance-based class can actually serve you better at times than a distance-based class, depending on the focus and what you need. So take that as you will, but I felt that I needed to share that with all of you guys. But today is Memorial Day. I did a little boot camp class with a friend this morning and laid out by the pool for about 30 minutes. I'm working on a special project right now. We're welcoming some new girls to the team, so I had about 4 onboardings to do today, and I had a discovery call, and I'm so excited to have a new member joining us this next week. We actually have 2. So roster is filling up. We're running some coaching specials this next month, and I am opening up my roster in June. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm opening up my roster in June for 2 people, a lifestyle athlete and a contest prep athlete. So if you guys are interested, the link is always down below to apply. I know this video has been kind of all over the place, but I thank you so much for tuning in this week and for kind of being there with me on our show day and seeing how I plan for that, being that I'm in a deficit. So whether you are a coach yourself and watching this, or maybe you're getting ready to do something where you're gonna be out of the house and you kind of wanna know how to plan your meals and how a show day works with us on our team. Hopefully you got some good little takeaways and this bought you time on the Stairmaster in your prep, or honestly, maybe you just enjoyed your dinner with me, but for whatever the reason is, I'm so grateful to have you here. Next week we will be podcasting. We alternate weeks between YouTube and podcast, so go check out The Psyche Behind the Physique on Spotify and Apple. And thanks again for tuning in. All right, I'll see you guys back here in just 2 weeks. Next week's video, next time I film, you literally will not want to miss it. I guarantee it. I love you guys so much. Be kind to one another and don't forget to include yourself in the mix.